They're showing off. I'm not showing off. I'm trying to show you what's possible. Welcome to another episode of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
This is serious crib.
Yeah, I'll be at the top of the steps like Scarface and shit.
What's going on back here? Oh, we got more Transformers?
Oh my goodness.
With Optimus.
You know Gil, like he's a skinny dipping pool. He's sneaking pools around the neighborhood in a skinny dip.
But the problem with today's music is that people are not releasing songs from a real place because they can hold a note, put some auto-tune on it, and you don't feel it. There's a lot of dudes out here also don't know anything about good know nothing about it. You ain't never had no good.
Yo, that was a curveball like a motherfucker. That boy good.
We was calling, yo, this shit is amazing, man. God damn, brother, you got a transformer in here, man. What's going on, man? This is just, look, you got the.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you now.
Go ahead.
I'm stealing this idea right now, so
Let's
if
go.
you ever see it in front of my house, I'm telling you now,
He's a
I
thief.
got it from
Let's
you.
go. I got it's those, and then I got some other ones in the backyard.
But how
You
you
gonna
got a
love
big
these.
ass transformer?
Come
You see
on,
the
man.
transformer?
Come
Take
on
your
in,
sneaks
man.
off, man.
Welcome home, sir.
Take your sneaks off, man.
Welcome home.
Hey, puppy.
I told y'all you only driving about 5 minutes till you get to the house, right?
Yo, that is
Okay, transformer.
What's up, brother?
Hello. How you doing?
Hey, little buddy.
Yes, sir.
Look at this shit. How did they, like, what this? This shit on crazy. Got Bob up there. This is serious crib.
Dude, there's some of it. Like, got a transformer in the front of this house.
It look like it's heavy.
It is.
Oh, Bill, don't break the shit, man. Don't touch the shit.
Nah, you can, man. It's good, man.
Don't be touching that.
Just show y'all, man. Now look, man, we all hood, right? But ain't nobody in the hood got this though, so.
Put this shit back, man.
Hey, hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on,
Put that shit
man.
back.
There you go.
It's heavy,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? When we was kids, bro, we used to just like with the
This
little
shit-
bitty.
no, this ain't, that thing is heavy.
See, I'll be at the top of the steps like Scarface and shit.
Oh, come on with me.
You motherfucker.
Say hello to my
Little friend.
Yeah. Man, it's heavy.
Heavy.
Bro, listen, first of all, I need y'all to understand that this entire robot is literally made of 100% car parts. Everything you touch is either cylinders, brakes, brake pads, every piece. And it come around the back, look. Shoes, the feet, everything, the chain, look at it, chains here, like everything is a car part.
Damn.
Nothing here was like, oh, we think this would look cool if we just added this. They broke down a full car in the shop and broke this up and turned it into this, including this gun. This is not like, let's just make some shit that looks like a gun. Those are all car parts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've only grabbed that gun out of the holster 4 times in 8 years of being in this house.
God damn, this is so crazy, man.
Yeah, I gotta see the leader of the Autobots.
What?
I gotta see the leader. You gotta hear me.
Paintings and shit.
See, the crazy thing is, $1 million worth of game broke the internet. We knew it was gonna happen, and we broke the internet because this couldn't stop laughing. We couldn't get nothing done.
No,
Like the acting class.
that Bob
His first
story,
acting
man,
class.
that was the funniest.
About his first acting class.
That was the funniest.
This guy, we couldn't get nothing done. And then everybody on the internet was like, yo, man, Wallow is just sitting there with a straight face. He don't think none of this shit funny.
Serious.
And me and this
I was trying to ask. I was trying to get the questions out. Cause they wouldn't stop laughing. We would have been there all day. Couldn't get nothing done.
That's a good session, man, when you're laughing, man.
You know I used to play the piano, right?
Yeah, let's see. I don't believe that for 1 second. I'm gonna drop this off real quick.
Did you play Ribbon in the Sky in prison? One.
Come on. Hold up. Let me start over again.
Dog, any I can do.
No, they
you
can't.
Just rain your fingers down.
No, they can't. Hold up. Watch this. Watch this. Now I'm gonna get busy.
You gonna fuck that man.
No, I'm not. I got this. You ready? I'm gonna wait till Reese come out, cause he don't think I could play this thing. Let me make sure all it's tuned up right. I'm gonna make sure it's tuned up right.
Oh, look at this joint.
What? Listen. They probably got some tunes in there too.
Mm-hmm. Great Balls of Fire. Rock Around the Clock.
Well, that's the old school joint.
Runaway. How Can I Find True Love? Little Darling. Ain't That a Shame? Ain't That a Shame?
You don't even know that song.
I know that.
Your favorite song is Great Balls of Fire. That's Gil's favorite song. That's all he concerned with.
Great Balls.
It's Great Balls of Fire. Watch this. You ready?
That's the intro.
You ready to hear greatness? Is you ready to hear greatness? Now, you know, a lot of people say when I was young, I was like a young Beethoven, the way I played. You know what I mean? They called me Low Tovin, and they didn't even think that I could play, and it was natural. I never read no kid, just played. Now, here go a tune I created when I was in prison, and I was just in there vibing. I was on the keyboard, and I just said I came up with this. You ready?
Yeah, come on.
Look. He nodding off, man. He, you know what I mean?
That boy good.
Hey, you should have. Hey, hold on. Give him that one finger again. Watch and see what I was doing on camera while the dude was playing. Wait there.
He nodding.
That boy good there, boy. You know what I'm
nodding off, man. You know what I mean? He hating. It's cool. He hating.
Hey, he came on with his best one finger.
That's all I needed.
You know what I mean? Talent.
Listen, man. Listen. All right. Now you know about music. You only can be one person. Who would you be? Would you be Rick James, Prince, or Little Richard?
Prince.
Why Prince?
Prince was a full-on producer, writer, and entertainer
Who you picking?
that played multiple instruments.
He was a legend.
All of them.
Who you picking? Johnny Gill, Keith Sweat, or Tyrese? Who the baddest out of all of them?
All three of us?
No, who the baddest person? Who you picking? I'm just saying, like,
I gotta go with me, bro. What the fuck you mean?
I don't know, man. Johnny said, ma.
Yes, he did.
That's what Johnny said.
That's what Johnny said.
Man, that's some cool
Tyrese
shit.
said a whole lot of shit too.
All right, say no more.
You know what I mean?
Just leave it alone.
And I mean,
Keith
I
said,
don't really
make it
know if
last
Johnny
forever.
got. I don't really know if Johnny got ADT. That's 7 feet, 8 feet tall. I don't know if Johnny got. I don't really know if that's his ADT security. Ma did not lead.
That's how Johnny was.
Johnny's my man though. That's my man.
Hey, that flexed her Johnny chill. I don't know if he got a.
I'm just saying, man.
I don't know if nigga got Bumblebee in
all
his
the niggas on the list you just mentioned, nobody got Bumblebee at the front door, man, saying hello when you walk in. That's my ADT security, so that's, you know.
You see that, you're gonna be scared.
Yeah, that's it. That's my one up.
You gotta show us some more of the crib.
Come on, man, let's go.
We gotta go through the house, man. Listen. Oh, what's going on back here, man?
Oh yeah, this is where we get into
Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. He got a deer over here. going on back here? Oh, he got more Transformers?
Oh my goodness.
This thing?
Y'all going out there, man.
Go ahead, Gil, man. Go ahead, man.
I ain't got no shoes on, man.
I don't know if there's any lions and shit out here, man.
Nah, you good, bro. You safe.
Go ahead, jump in the pool, Kill. You know he like skinny dipping, right?
Walk on the edge, on the concrete, on the edge of the pool.
Go ahead,
the
man.
floor might be wet.
You know Gil like he's the skinny dipping pool. He's sneaking pools around the neighborhood in the skinny dip in the white people neighborhoods. You remember you used to do that, Gil?
Why you putting your business in the street, bro?
Now, lady.
They used to call him Frisky when he was younger. Whoa, what's going on? What's going on? Oh. Gil, the dog, come here. Get up out of there, Gil. The dog.
I'm about to say I jump in that pool for real.
There's some big ass dogs, cuz. Come on up out of there, man. See?
Optimus Prime.
Hey, Reese, how many dogs you got, man? It's like 7 dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, come on, cuz. Come back over here, man.
No, they behind the gate, though, bro. Go hang out with Optimus, man.
He said they could climb the gate?
They behind the gate.
Oh. I thought he said they could climb the gate. I said, wait, what?
They behind the gate,
Yo, this
man.
Optimus Prime, man.
Yeah, this Optimus, nigga.
Come on, let's
That's
take a
the
picture.
leader of the Autobots.
The leader. Optimus Prime.
Take a picture with Optimus Prime, man.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Hold on. If we taking pictures, I'm on my way. Hold on.
Come on, man. You gotta
on,
get in this picture, man. Around the way, John.
I ain't have my shoes on, man. Hold on.
We ain't got no shoes on, man.
I'd have let my feet get wet.
We from Africa, man. We ain't had sneaks on out there.
It ain't even wet out here.
We from Africa. Come on, man. We gotta take a picture right here, man. Come on,
Let's
y'all.
go. Huh?
This is a
What's
picture
the
right
hold
here.
up, man? Huh? What's the look of success? You might
Right
want
here.
to pros with Optimus. Huh?
Can't do this shit.
Philly
man.
to the West Coast. Where
Here we
y'all
go,
at?
baby.
Huh? Huh?
Yo, this shit's unbelievable.
Yeah, Gil used to skinny
right?
dip in the rich white folks'
that's
pools.
crazy.
That's some other shit, bro.
She give you flashbacks,
And
don't
the
it, Gil?
thing is, on the set of Transformers, we never had a fully built robot.
What?
They would always just put an image, not even a real, they would only just put
Green
an
screen.
image of the head on top of a stick to make sure that the eye height, the level, the eye line, you know, Optimus is way up there. So when you talk and they have, if Optimus is walking, they'd be like, so what are we supposed to do, Optimus? And if he's
With a
walking,
stick.
somebody's just walking like this with the stick. So every time people come to my house, they're like, yo, did you get the Transformers from the set? I'm like, no, bro. They literally had an image, like going to Kinko's, printing out an image of Optimus or Bumblebee face and put it on top of a stick, and wherever they moved, it was the eye line.
So let me ask you, did it make it harder acting that way? Because
No.
Usually though, you know, I don't know. When the movies I was in, and I'm not on y'all level by any means, I got like more out of me when the actor on the other side was good too. You know
Delivering.
what I mean? Yeah, like.
Yeah, so
But
that's
you
what I
talking
was-
to a piece of paper and
yeah,
shit.
that's what I'm saying. The
walking
piece of paper that's walking by might as well be some of the niggas that I work with on the set.
Oh, damn.
Let me ask you a question.
Ooh, that was cold. No, nigga, that was cold.
Like I'm just here doing a scene all by myself because you ain't bringing nothing to the table.
well, you said-
I might as well do a whole movie opposite a piece of paper. If you just gonna sit there and not bring nothing to the table, that's how I feel.
If you
sometimes.
saying you that level of an actor, we gonna go right in the scene. We gonna go right into the scene. We gonna go right into the scene. Nigga, why you around my set? Where you from? What you doing around here? Huh? No, I'm just. I was a gangbanger.
Hey, Wallow, it's been a minute.
I was a
It's
gangbanger.
been,
See, you're not ready.
no,
I'm always
Wallow, it's been a minute.
You can't even take this.
No, I couldn't even. I just
I'm just saying
couldn't
that.
even.
Didn't
No.
I wasn't threatening?
No, not at all. Not at all. That's why we sitting there laughing.
I
like,
thought I was threatening or something. Like I thought I was like from down South Central somewhere.
Hey,
I
that's
watched
like
the
a
movies.
nigga holding the gun like this.
Central
Hey,
City,
nigga. Hey,
Philadelphia.
nigga, fix your motherfucking face, nigga.
I
like-
thought it was scary.
It'd be like, hey, a nigga pull up with a face mask on, using his own voice to be like, Wallow? Come on, nigga.
I
What
thought I
fuck
was
is
tough though.
Wallow?
That nigga
You
runs
thought
around.
that was tough?
So y'all knocking my acting scene. Y'all knocking my acting skills. I'm
No,
just
we
saying
just
We
saying
think
that-
you should be in the comedy. That's all.
But, and then we also saying that it's been a minute. right? So
You didn't snap in the character.
yeah, you
That's
really.
all
It's
it
been
is.
a minute. You know, you way more on your positive. You like the.
So
I
I
don't
wasn't
know.
believable in
No,
a
it's
sense.
like Martin Luther King trying to act tough, man. That shit
Yes, it's been a minute.
ain't. Like, how you gonna go from, I had a dream, to I kick you niggas' asses.
No, it's probably my uniform. I ain't got a street uniform on. If I had a street uniform on, it'd have been. He'd have been.
No,
Oh,
it
yeah,
ain't got nothing to do with the uniform, man. Cause right now all the niggas out here that kill us wear skinny jeans, man.
Right.
Damn, they do.
It's like
Thought
the
I was gonna wear
uniform
some
that we
khakis and
used to
shit.
wear.
Some Dickies and some khakis and shit.
Yeah,
Thought
the
they-
uniform that
I
we
get it
wore
off,
back
you know?
in the day was very different. Than, like these niggas out here got teddy bears and shit on their keychains.
Right, and
but
kill
they'll
the shit
lay
out
your
you.
whole motherfucking family out. The look of a hood nigga is totally different right now.
Totally different.
So that's why it's confusing.
That's
like
crazy.
these niggas is wearing cartoon characters and backpacks in clubs and will lay your whole motherfucking family out.
Shoot you till you catch on fire.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, it's different.
That's why.
So like it's confusing. But we could also say that about, you know, other communities, right? It's
Yeah.
like
You don't know who
we
gonna
used to
come.
look at a nigga and be like, oh, he a homosexual. But then the new thug, the new wave is like everybody look and act just like us. And you don't really know the difference between what's what and what.
Yeah.
So everything you
dangerous.
gotta heighten your level of discernment, instincts, and intuitions around everything. And in most cases, we know this as hood niggas in general, don't ever believe who and what people appear to be.
It's crazy.
It's like, man, what is my gut telling me right now? I know what this nigga's pitching and selling, and I know he trying to appear to be, but something ain't.
Right.
And so whatever that feeling is, right now we gotta hold on to that more than anything we've ever held on to before, because somebody name dropping ain't gonna make me believe that you actually that nigga.
Right.
Somebody making reference to the money they was able to flip from the Bitcoin to the this and to that ain't gonna make me wanna put my money in your hand to go flip it that way.
Yeah, I don't know
whatever
nothing
you
about that
selling, you gotta use a different level of heightened instincts, intuition, because right now, niggas have literally mastered deception.
Yes.
The amount of undiscovered magicians out here that know how to create the smoke, and they in the pulpit too. They out here trying to convince you heavy on Jesus. Soon they get off that pulpit. What you on?
And what's so crazy is, like, in today's society, women got it the worst. Because you can meet a guy and from his appearance, he look like he got everything going on. He look, then you 3-4 months in, you realize the nigga ain't got nothing going on.
But beyond that, you can be 3-4 months into the relationship and end up with HIV/AIDS because the man you having sex with and you said take the condom off, I trust you, is a dude that's down low and he's a trisexual, willing to try anything. It's crazy out here, bro. And I ain't got no problem with anybody gay, bisexual, in any type of community. I'm just speaking facts. And I'm saying right now, the days of people obviously being what they are is the most confusing shit in the world. It's no way in hell, as me as a hood nigga from South Central LA, will ever walk up the street and a nigga wearing a sweater with cartoon characters on it will lay your whole, impossible. There's nothing about what you're wearing, skinny jeans, hoodies, backpacks with all kind of Louis Vuitton MCM prints on it, and you a killer, you don't look the part. But that's the part that's so confusing.
How do you maintain your peace? How do you protect your peace with all this stuff going on?
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Planet Fitness. Everybody can get strong at Planet Fitness. High value memberships that supports any fitness journey as low as $15 a month. There are over 2,700 clubs, locations with more than, there are over 2,700 club locations with most clubs open 24 hours. Best in class equipment, has the same high quality equipment as other gyms, more expensive gyms, for a full workout from strength training to cardio and stretching. Brand new plate loaded machines, hack squat, supine bench, and calf raises. Friendly welcoming staff, unlimited fitness training. In other words, Planet Fitness is where you need to go if you really trying to get in shape and you really trying to maximize your workout and what you're trying to do as far as strengthening, conditioning, shaping your body. You know what I'm saying? We're all strong at Planet Fitness. Join the In Club online in that free Planet Fitness app. Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. Planet Fitness, the best way to get in shape. This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Now, life ain't going your way. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. You caught your woman cheating today? Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. You thought that check was coming and it didn't come your way? Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. Now it's distilled 5 times, it's filtered 3 times for a clean, crisp finish. But something about New Amsterdam Vodka, right, is you could drink it straight up, you could drink it on the rocks, you could drink it with juice or soda, or you could just make a classic New Amsterdam Mule. That's up to you, but when you out and about at your local liquor store, don't you walk past that New Amsterdam Vodka. Don't you do it. You scoop it up, you take it to you scoop it up almost like a rebound in the finals. Give me that. You feel what I'm saying? And then you get it home and you might finish it like Tyrese Halliburton. That's the New Amsterdam feeling. When you drink a New Amsterdam, it's great for pre-gaming. It's great for whatever you want to watch right now. If you're about to watch a movie, just know New Amsterdam Vodka, the official vodka of Barstool Sports. Get you some, right?
There was nobody at my house before y'all got here.
No, but the people that you're doing business with.
I think the chefs.
The only people that are ever in my house, the only people that I move in close proximity to is connected to the mission that I'm on. The days of me having extreme validation issues where I always needed to have 1 million motherfuckers around me.
Yes, man.
Those days are over. I got more now than I ever had then, and yet nothing about the way I move now is connected to doing too much, having too many niggas around me, carrying, paying, hey man, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to lose my car, hey nigga, I just went by, they about to put me out everything about me. And I'm gonna tell you what it was. Literally, and I'm saying this to y'all and I'm saying this to all of y'all viewers. When you a hood nigga and you really work your ass off to work your way up the ranks, whether you're conscious of it or not, most of us will have 1 million motherfuckers around us because we actually feel bad about everything that we have and everything that we've accomplished, even though we worked our ass off for. The guilt, the manipulation that we put ourselves through. Like, I remember that nigga looked out for me, he this, he that. And so you go down that rabbit hole and the amount of money that you end up spending just hoping that you can stop a nigga that you love, you fuck with, to not call you fake, to not say you switched up and changed up on me. The amount of money that you're willing to spend and what you're willing to do and the bills you're willing to pay and the debts that you helping niggas out of just to try to hope that these niggas don't say, that nigga Hollywood, he switched up, that nigga think he blah, blah, blah. Whatever that is, that's our biggest fear. So whatever it takes, whatever car we gotta buy, whatever rents and mortgages, whatever we gotta put on your books to just stop you from calling me fake, saying I changed, I switched up I'm on some Hollywood shit, bruh. So imagine, as much success as I have now, none of those things concern me. And I'm gonna tell you what someone blessed me with, and this is one of my OGs.
Give it to us.
My OG said, none of your real niggas will ever have anything to say about you, because we not losing no sleep over your success. Only the niggas who running around here trying to paint this picture like, oh, Tyrese, and they name dropping, trying to make niggas think and believe that there was an actual relationship there, those are the niggas that's running around throwing dirt on your name. Any of your real homies that really fuck with you, that
They
really
happy
love
for
you,
you.
they happy for you,
Real
bruh.
talk.
And they are the first niggas to tell you, don't come around here no more, bruh.
Yeah.
Don't, you ain't nigga, we good.
Yep.
And one of the things that really changed my life, and this is my homie, like my big homie, when I was on y'all's show, I talked about him, and he just passed away. My big homie named Dirt Bike
Sorry to
Fred.
hear that, man.
That's a piece.
That's my big homie. Changed my life. From Watts, South Central LA. I'm not gonna tell y'all what hood he from. Real niggas know. But what he said one time, I'll never forget. I hit him up with some goofy shit going on in the hood. Nothing major. I'm not gonna sit here and paint that picture. But I was like, yo, man, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I was on the phone and I'm putting him up on this goofy shit I was dealing with. And he said, Reese, he used to call me, anyway, he said, look here, bro, we do this shit right here. We do this street shit. We do this 24 hours, 7 days a week. Keep doing you. We got it. He's like, there's no reason on any level for you to ever try and become us. We live this and we do this 24 hours, 7 days a week. Right. We don't become it when we get mad at a nigga. We don't become it, or a nigga came at me and then we become something. We do this gangster shit, this hood shit 24 hours, 7 days a week. Go on out there, bro. You know, we got it.
And that was really a OG that was putting some protection on you.
Yeah.
Every bit of it, saying like, bro, whatever this is, this shit's stupid. We gonna make that call, we gonna pull up, we gonna do whatever. He didn't even say what he did or how he did. He just said, we do this gangster shit 24 hours, 7 days a week. You flying, you successful, you out there rocking the world, you putting the hood on the map. We finally got somebody to look up to that can say they was born and raised in Watts. Imagine us wanting you to come over here and become something that you're not. I may have grew up around them, but I'm not them.
Right. And he seen that you was the one that was special.
That's it.
You know, everybody ain't giving them gifts. You know what I mean? And what's so crazy is, you know, we all older, so when we grew up, when you seen a kid, he was going to college, or you seen a kid was doing the right thing, you put protection on him. You didn't even fuck with them kids because you like, man, he doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Man, he got a shot. You feel what I'm saying? But now, you know, it's like,
Yeah, you didn't let them sell weed. You ain't let them sell dope.
You ain't let them hang around.
You ain't let them stay on the block. You ain't putting nothing on them. You like, nah, I want to be with y'all. And they literally
take your ass home, man.
Yeah, and that was my big homie, Dirt Bike Fred. Like literally, anytime I would ever call myself trying to be around, act like them, wear the clothes they wore, he said, come here, nigga. And he would take his Timberland boot and he would literally kick us in our ass. And then we would fucking walk away. And that was him, nigga. That was his way. He'd never like beat us up, fucked us up. Anytime he caught us trying to wear, act like, or be what they was living 24 hours, 7 days a week, that was his way, telling us to get the fuck up out of there.
And you know what's crazy now? You know, Meek Mill said this on the podcast, and it was some real shit. He said, you know, nowadays young boys, they'll make fun of you for trying to do some positive shit. Like, you know, you might wake up one day like, damn, man, I'm gonna fuck with this camera shit. And niggas in the hood be like, look at this nigga, he always taping and shit.
But that was me. That was me. That was like, bro, there's nothing about being in Watts, South Central LA as a hood nigga the way I was. And I'm not talking about gangster, like I'm not painting that picture. I'm talking about we all born and raised in the hood.
Right.
And everything about our relaxed face and our energy says, okay, he's from a particular environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So imagine I'm singing. Everything about a nigga trying to hold a note in the hood is you soft, you gay, you this, you that, like, you know. So if I had let any of the comments or any of the things that niggas was saying about me when I discovered, now keep in mind, I wasn't singing since I was 5, so it's not like all the niggas I grew up with, oh, that nigga been singing since he was 5. I didn't start singing until I was 14, 15.
Right.
So I'm a regular nigga my whole life, and then I discovered that I can hold a note.
Right.
You know, in most people's minds, super late in the game.
Right.
You 15 years old and you want to like grab that you can sing out of the sky. Like, nigga, where the fuck did that come from?
Right.
So the amount of comments and things that I was getting could have killed the dream, could have killed the vision, could have killed the thought of moving things forward, because I'm heavily associated to where I'm from.
Right.
And nothing about where I'm from welcomes a nigga trying to hold a note.
Right.
But you know what's crazy about that?
Unless you singing like Nate Dogg.
But you know
Right.
Hold up, wait.
That's it, you know, he still
Yeah.
got some hood energy
Right.
on him while he's holding a note.
Right.
Versus when you from Compton, you from Watts, you from Long Beach, you from Inglewood, nothing about niggas coming out of that place was connected to singing.
Right.
It was all hip hop.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy about this? It's funny you say that, because you got so many people from the inner cities that's dead right now and are doing life in the penitentiary because they was finessed out of their dream by people that judged them, and they wasn't strong enough, because you almost didn't make it to that commercial in that bus. If you would, and I know it was a battle, but you wouldn't have made it on that commercial, singing on that bus when we first saw you. You would not made it if you wasn't strong enough. But think about how many dudes is walking the penitentiary track right now or that's in the ground because they let somebody that's ignorant say, you know what you doing is corny, what you doing is gay, what you doing is weird. So they said, oh no, I ain't doing that no more, I'm gonna drop that. Let me go grab a gun and shoot somebody that look like me. Let me go shoot in the mirror, because when in the hood, you shooting in the mirror, because all you doing is shooting somebody that look like you.
Ooh.
You shooting in the mirror. So and then now, it's even worse now. Because listen, think about it. When you was in Watts, we in North Philly, we only had to deal with that 10, 15 block radius of criticism. And if we can make it through there, we cool, because the next neighborhood ain't gonna say nothing. But now it's like, when you come from our culture, the black culture, you got everybody got opinion on what you're doing. It's like a lens. And no matter what you do, somebody got an opinion of, oh no, you can't. Like,
But it's different now though.
it's different now.
Meaning like everything about all of the negativity that can get in the way of you chasing your dreams and your vision and idea is very different now, because we got social media. Anybody who's singing, they can actually upload it.
Yeah, they could, yeah.
And they can now get in front of popularity and get some energy and vibrate. They can go viral from being a hood nigga that uploaded a video that's singing his ass off.
Absolutely.
So everything about the gateway into success, whether it's real estate, whether it's niggas out here trying to put niggas up on what to do with the IEN number, and you know, bank loans and development, like everything about people chasing their dreams right now is way more normal than from our era.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's when you get laughed
It's
at.
normalized.
Anybody who tries to like flip their dope money into something legitimate and open up a barbershop and this and that was about as far as it went. Everything
can't go
about
that far.
niggas directing,
No,
writing,
directing, yeah.
producing, creating, getting into fashion. So I'll make it plain. Sadly, what Wallow just spoke to, what Big Bro just spoke to, as an OG, I ain't never been to jail in my life. What Wallow just spoke to, I'll make it plain. Jay-Z is in jail right now. Kanye is in jail. Pharrell Williams is in jail. Everything.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is in jail. Emmitt Smith is in jail. LeBron James is in jail. All of the greatest athletes, creatives, genius, entrepreneurs, politicians, political fit, community leader. Malcolm X is in jail.
From our community.
Dr. King is in jail. The amount of folks that have made the choices in those moments to do some dumbass shit and end up going to jail. They're sitting in jail, rotting away with all the talent in the world. They won't see the light of day for another 10 to 15 years or never, ever in their life.
Some of them dead.
So Jay-Z and all of the legends that we look at them putting numbers up on the board, winning 50 Grammys, selling all these records, streaming all this, doing all of this. Imagine if we got rid of all of the biggest black stars. Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx, what's my bro? Denzel. Like, imagine if they had made some other choices. There would be no Denzel if he was in jail doing 25 to life. So the amount of talented, geniusly talented people that are sitting in jail, rotting away, pastors, the new head of Islam, it could be anything. sitting in jail, rotting away. And so I'm just letting y'all know everything about this conversation. We didn't plan this. They didn't say, yo, let's have a conversation about, we just here sitting in front of Optimus Prime. I ain't never stood in front of Optimus Prime this long in our life, but I tell you what, this conversation is gonna transform somebody. Hey! You know what I'm saying? Don't fall in the pool, nigga.
Hey, listen, somebody told me, listen, you was using auto-tunes back in the day.
Somebody said what?
You was using auto-tunes, that wasn't your voice.
There was no such thing as auto-tune back in the day.
I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there.
Auto-tune has only been around since the mid 2000s.
They said you had some special stuff over there.
No way. There was no such thing as auto-tune.
I mean,
He always makes shit up.
as a matter of fact, it was no such thing as Pro Tools. When I did Sweet Lady, that was reel to reel, nigga.
real.
They had to edit and cut the tape.
cut it up.
That was real to real, huh?
There was no such thing as Pro
Pro
Tools.
Tools.
And when Pro Tools came around, they didn't have auto-tune on Pro Tools when it first came around. So I don't know what the fuck they talking about.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by DraftKings. Now the NBA Finals are here. This is your last chance to bet on the NBA until next season, and DraftKings Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the NBA, is pulling out all the stops to make the finals to remember. One team will be crowned champion, the other one will lose to history. Who you got winning it all? Put your hoop expertise to the test. All season long, DraftKings has been the go-to spot for NBA props, and that doesn't stop now. Who's going to carry their team to the chip is the question. Try placing a bet on your personal MVP to drop 30, 40, maybe even 50. Ready to place your first bet? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Lock in your bets and finish the season as a winner. Here are some specials for first-timers. New DraftKings customers, you bet $5. Just $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just $5 and get 300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. So you just take $5, you bet on something that you know, this is like, this is sure to win. Bam, 300 in bonus bets, sock right to your pocket like a rocket. Right in your account, let's get busy. What we talking about? And that's promo code Gillie. So anytime you listening to me and you pull out that DraftKings app, you make sure you put that promo code Gillie in so that you can get that money socked to your pocket like a rocket. You hear me? DraftKings, the crown is yours. Put it on. Wear it. Right.
What's up, everybody? I'm Wallow267, $1 Million Worth of Game, and I am a Row partner. One thing about Row is a life changer. So if you're going through something right now with ED, don't even worry about it. Row is going to take care of all that. Row Sparks is a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for stronger, harder erections. I'm talking about you're going to be standing like a statue. I'm telling you, life is going to change. They hit the bloodstream like this. They work in 15 minutes on average. And guess what? That means more sex, more it's a game changer. You want a thicker, a longer erection? Row Sparks is here for you. Row Sparks is active in your system for 36 hours, so you go back to back, round after round, and be ready in the morning. Be ready for play with Row Sparks. Row connect guys with a medical provider, 100% online, so there's no awkward conversations with in-person providers. You don't have to worry about none of that. If approved, treatment shipped directly to your door. I'm talking about you ain't got to go nowhere. It go right to your door if you get approved. If prescribed, new sexual health partners get $15 off Sparks on recurring plans. Connect with a provider at row.co/MDWOG to find out if prescription Row Sparks is right for you. That's row.co/MDWOG for $15 off your first order. What are you waiting for?
Yeah. Now, this is the realest question I can ask you, man.
Yeah.
When you wake up to this every day, is it still not believable sometimes?
It's not. But it's through this perspective. I have not been in it long enough for me to get that familiar with it. It's still a big deal. So y'all just got here, y'all just pulled up, y'all ain't never been to my crib. You didn't know what you was pulling up to. As a matter of fact, when you got it, you probably like, man, is this real? Right? Because I never sent y'all no photos and gave y'all no heads up of what y'all was pulling up to. But the feeling that y'all had, whatever that might be, like the wow, what the fuck, that's how I feel every day I pull up. Because nothing about where I'm from is connected to this house.
Absolutely.
And the craziest thing is, and I actually shed a tear when he passed away. Y'all remember Robin Leach from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
This is Robin Leach.
This is Robin Leach from the Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. That was my favorite TV show when I was a kid. Favorite. And it wasn't my favorite because I desired materialistic things. Because I didn't. I said, nigga, I'ma die before I ever see that kind of money or ever see or experience or walk into a house that big. So I created a timeline in my head associated to death because I'm looking at all my homies. I'm either going to jail or I'm gonna die. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, the fuck? Fast forward, I'm rich and famous. So Robin Leach was able to create something and planted some seeds in my head when I was a kid. And I was able to see, like literally, okay, turn the TV off. What am I looking at? Empty refrigerator. We broke, we fucked up. It's 4 of us up in this crib. Mama's drunk, Pop's on crack. Everything about my life had nothing to do with what I seen popping through my television. So as a dreamer, right? And I'm not trying to be prophetic and none of it. I didn't say, look, prophetically, I'm going to have these things. None of that. When I was able to watch that show when I was a kid, it just showed me what was possible. And when you living at the bottom and everything around and everything you see and everything you hear and everything about the vibrations, murder, prostitution, heroin, crack, weed, Crippin' blood, Mexican SA gangs, excessive force, brutality, in and out of jail. That's your day-to-day energy, vibrations, Crippin' and blood. That's everything you see, every conversation, hey nigga, such and such just got nigga, boo boo. That's the day-to-day conversation. So my little bitty peek into an alternate reality was looking at Robin Lee. This was long before MTV Cribs, bro. Robin Leach took niggas around the world to see, welcome to another episode of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. He took us to Monaco. He took us to the UK. He took us to parts of the world that there was no internet at the time. So it's not like you can go to Google Images and say, what are tourist attractions in France? And then 40, 50 different images pop up. Robin Leach gave me the gateway into the world and the gateway into the riches and the fame and Rolls Royces. And I'm looking at this like, damn, it's actually possible for somebody to live in a house that big? The fuck? And I'm looking at my house. And I'm looking at the houses that they live in, whether they were white or not, does not matter. I didn't think it was possible for a human being to live in a house that big. 25,000 square feet, this house. 6 stories, with an elevator. And this is my house. Only one name on this motherfucker. It's me. I got robots on my goddamn dinner table.
And they weigh about 100 pounds.
Yes. You could do some curls
with that, for real.
Okay, so not only will I never allow myself to get too familiar with being blessed, but my life will remain a big deal to me, which is why I protect it as much as I do. Yeah. See, when it comes easy and niggas get it overnight, there's no way you could ever respect some pussy that you get overnight. When you work hard to get to it. That's when you want to hold on to it a little bit more.
And then even as a man, it's all about an ego thing. So if a woman, she get a pussy to you too fast, you automatically think why would the next nigga be able to get it that fast?
There you go.
But if she made you work for it somewhere in your mind, you think.
You don't respect anything that comes too easy and comes too fast. I tell niggas all the time, I don't remember the last time I lost sleep over a hater because I've worked too fucking hard to get everything I have. I didn't have no record label roster full of niggas like Bad Boy, where it's Tyrese featuring 112, Faith Evans, Biggie Small. I didn't have the luxury of saying, I'm alright talent-wise, but once you house it with 12 other niggas on the roster,
and we popping and we gotta run.
All of us is cracking, so whatever you are, whatever you not, we gonna be able to bump you up, nigga. It's only one nigga singing on Sweet Lady. It's only one nigga singing Lately. Only one nigga singing How You Gonna Act Like That. It's only one nigga in them movies. I didn't have no coattails to ride. I didn't have nobody to stamp me and validate me. I'm not Usher. I'm not Chris Brown. I'm none of these guys that had all of these high level executives stamping them and validate. I didn't have a baby face in L.A. Reid. I didn't have anybody. And that has nothing to do with me disrespecting anybody's success or their hustle. I'm saying, imagine I'm not hot until I figure out a way to get hot. Because I can't be associated. Like if Wallow is the hottest nigga on the label, let's do a song with Tyrese featuring Wallow. So now, the hottest rap nigga on the label just gave me 16 bars, so now I'm hot. Because the nigga on my roster is hot. I didn't have that, bro. So, and again, certain aspects of me wish I had a coattail to ride and can have other niggas to stamp me and validate me. I've been flying solo my whole life, bro. So, I do not take my life for granted. I do not take my access for granted. I pull up to this house, and at no point have I ever pulled up and went like, man, this shit ain't no big deal. Nigga, I want my house to be bigger. I'm like, I cannot fucking believe this is my house.
Yeah, I was like, well, you know, I could believe this is your house when you put in enough work. Yeah. But we were sitting in the truck like, God.
30 years, man. Like 30 years. I'm about 7,000 flights into this life.
I'm like, I'm looking at that motherfucker. We had to look at that motherfucker for a minute. Like, Balo talking about, I'm calling him. Man, we walking up to the door, man. This the house right here. Fuck.
I bet one of y'all niggas said, this is his house. He was in that Cadillac earlier.
Yeah. When we finally walked in, you know what I mean? We seen the caddy, but I was like, holy shit.
You know what? When I seen.
And you want to know who all my neighbors are? That's what's crazy. It gets crazy.
Yes.
All my neighbors, to go back to Robin Leach Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. My neighbors, CEO of Delta, Coca-Cola, Home Depot, Chick-fil-A, the CEO of NASDAQ. I live next to the stock market. I live next to the CEO of NASDAQ. So my whole community is flooded with police department. Because I live next to money, literally.
It's also flooded with opportunity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But imagine, why did God decide to grab me in the back of the shirt and drop me down into this level of power, wealth, and access? And why did God decide to love me so much that he wanted me being around this level of wealth to be normalized to me? I want this to become normal for you. See, it only feels unfamiliar when it's unfamiliar. God loves me so much, I want you to become familiar with that level of wealth, influence, success, the luxuries of like massive levels of everything. But stay humble. You know, don't lose yourself. Don't have the square footage of your house to become attached to your ego. Just say, that's where I live. And with all of the time and energy and hard work that I put into my life, these are the fruits. There was no shooting, stabbing, and killing to get it. I've never had a drink in my life. There's no Molly, there's no Perk, no X, no Xan, no Coke, no shooting, stabbing, and killing. Nobody can say I'm after that nigga Tyrese because he stabbed me in the back in order to put himself up and get ahead of me. You know, just on a street level, like nobody's after me. I don't got nobody after me in corporate America, street level, nothing. I just got baby mama drama, nigga, and ex-wives.
I'm gonna say this though, because when I first saw you, I said congratulations on your connection with your daughter, because it was all over social, and you was and he was like, yeah, man. Like, how did that feel?
Well, it feels amazing. But it doesn't feel amazing because I won. It feels amazing because she arrived at making her own decisions. And all I had to do was just love her from where I was. So when a child is raised in a broken home, there's something, here's your word of the day, parenting alienation. We would call it brainwashing or poisoning the mind. And your father hates the baby mama so much. Every time you're around your son or your daughter, all you're doing is saying toxic, negative, dysfunctional shit, because your goal is to get the child to feel about their mother the way you feel about their mother. That's called parenting alienation. So when you're a father, and you're traveling and you're moving around as much as me, you live out of a suitcase and it's been that way for 30 years, the mother who hates your fucking guts got every opportunity in the world to get a one-up on you and ultimately capture the mind, the heart, and the soul and the world view of the child. The way your mother hates me, you are expected to hate me that same way. She decided to see my love and still made daddy a choice. And every opportunity in the world for her to be brainwashed to arrive at thinking of me the way her mother has always thought of me. My love never got carved out of her heart. Every attempt to carve me out of her heart, from accusing me of this, from this and that, crying video all over the internet, whatever you have said, done, displayed, presented, whatever you tried to do to get her to hate me the way you hate me, my daughter still made me her choice. And so I didn't win. I just arrived at feeling like, wow, you're supposed to not love me as much as you love your mother because I'm never around. And I'm not around because I'm a deadbeat. I'm not around because if I stay at home, I'm gonna lose the home. If I'm not out in the field hustling and doing whatever it takes to keep all of this afloat, we lose it all. If I say, you know what, fuck that. I'm gonna be as committed as your mother is, and I'm gonna be home every day for the next 6 months. How the fuck you gonna eat? And what school you going to? And what food is in the fridge? And where's the gas money? And where's the clothes? And how we eating? If I allow myself to stay as present, available as your mom, because that's my duty and responsibility as a father, to be present, or at least as present as your mom is, we lose everything. You stay at home, you'll lose your home.
My job is to be a provider.
My job is to be a provider, yes. But when you have children,
No, I know.
that is your responsibility as well. But sadly, through the lens of the wrong woman or a scorned woman, they will use your unavailability because you're hustling and you're trying to provide, and they'll ping you with being a deadbeat.
Right. But for me,
But imagine after all of these years, my daughter has never not known me for traveling, moving, singing, touring, on movie sets. I'm never there conceptually compared to her mother. But my daughter has never called me Tyrese. I'm her when she talks about me, Dad. Or when she's having a conversation about me and I'm not in her presence, that's my dad or that's my father. She's never called me Tyrese. So whatever time and energy and presence I have made myself feel and have been felt has been more than enough for her to arrive at, you can't say that about my dad. That's not the way I see him, and that's not the way I feel about him. So in the end, after a massive, aggressive beatdown trying to carve me out of my daughter's heart, she still made me her choice. You can't put no price tag on that.
Nah, not at all.
Your square footage of her house, whatever car you pulling up in, how much you spent on your watch and your fucking chain, will never allow us as fathers to be embedded in our sons or our daughters' lives.
Right.
They either feel that way about you or they don't, because their love don't cost a thing.
And a lot of times, right, being a father is like, depending on what job you got, it don't allow you to be around.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Am I a
Especially if
deadbeat
you're a real
because
father that's a provider.
Am I a deadbeat because I had to go to Iraq for 2 years? Or am I serving my country and doing my job?
No.
But if you're gone for 2 years because you get deployed on that ship or in another country, if the child or children is at home, they're going to skew everything through the lens of being a deadbeat, unavailable, and they don't love you enough to be here, to be as present as me. But when you have a loving, beautiful, nurturing baby mama or a wife or a father or a baby daddy, they're going to spend everything and say,
Your daddy
I
hero.
never want you to think negatively
About your dad.
about your father.
Absolutely.
Because of their lack of presence. Because you already know that as soon as your daddy get home from Iraq, he is not going to be able to be out of your presence for 2.2 seconds. The only reason he's gone, because he's doing his job. And only mature, honorable women will speak good on your name in the presence of your son and daughters in your absence and put a positive spin on it and say, I don't want, and I've always said this to my daughter without being disparaging. I've always said, I don't ever want you to confuse my lack of presence for my lack of love for you. Because my job requires me. It's not an option.
Right.
I cannot be home.
And you're at the age now where you can understand that your father is a superstar out here. And what I do requires me to be on sets and to be here for...
My daughter don't look at me as a superstar.
Yeah, but she knows what it is.
She's aware of who I am.
Exactly.
I'm an extension
You
of her
always
confidence.
daddy.
Her brag is very different.
Right. Like,
but she doesn't look at me as a superstar.
Your kids always going to look at you as daddy.
Dad, that's it.
But when they get to a certain age, they're aware of, okay, my dad is Tyrese.
Yes.
Oh, like,
and understanding the responsibility of it.
Like,
yes.
and they learn earlier and earlier at a younger age. You know what I mean? Like my nephew, Treyway, he just said, everywhere we go, they stop my uncle for pictures. That's because my uncle's famous. So and he's 6. You know what I mean? So it's like, when they get to a certain age, they know, okay, my pop is famous. But you just will always be daddy, but they know. You know what I mean? So they know that, man, my dad in Transformers, he's in this, he's in that. So they understand that he can't really be here like I talk to him all the time. He tell me he love me, he make sure I got everything I need. He call me from set. But when they get to a certain age, they start understanding.
Oh yeah. My daughter definitely used to be oblivious.
Right.
She did not understand, nor should she, right? When you're a kid, you can't really process, right?
No, you just like why my daddy
My
not
daughter
here?
has had drivers, butlers, nannies, chefs her entire life, right? I'm gonna show y'all something. And I did this on purpose. Keep the camera rolling. Now look, I'm gonna show y'all something, okay? Now, when I was a kid, they used to say these words to me, you know, who do you think you are? You know, you think money grew on trees? You think you were born with a golden spoon in your mouth? So you know what I did? I wanted them to be able to say, well, we ain't got no money growing on trees, but daddy's worked his ass off and he's got money. But was I born with a golden spoon in my mouth? My daughters were. Don't ever say that about my motherfucking daughters. They have never, ever not eaten on all gold, everything. So you think you was born with a golden spoon? Motherfucker, my daughter was born with a golden spoon and fork and a knife in her mouth, and that's all she's ever ate from, period. So go on to get that shit off the list. Doesn't mean that she gonna become some little brat, little fucked up kid, but you can't give that little random ass dusty analogy. That shit old, man. I don't even like gold, motherfucker. I don't even like gold. I went and got gold on purpose because they'll never be able to say that about my daughter. Yeah. And I got them on Amazon.
Oh shit.
They not real gold, bitch. But they gold.
Yo, I'm saying like, this nigga got gold spoons.
That's what he would have got with a
Who
jeweler.
you think you are? Born with a golden spoon in your mouth. Motherfucker, I was.
Off Amazon.
Off Amazon, bitch.
That's crazy, man.
Hey, the motherfucker had me, I ain't gonna lie. No, the nigga got Transformers in the house. What the
I'm like,
fuck
them
we
motherfuckers expensive.
Yo,
And they look heavy.
look, bro, listen.
Hey, nigga,
when a nigga got Transformers in the house,
man.
you can't doubt that shit.
You know what I mean? North Philly, nigga, hold on. Hey, where that nigga go to the bathroom? Nigga, fuck you mean? Nigga say gold spoon. Hey, walk up to that nigga, shake his hand at the door. All right, Reese. All right, my nigga there. Hey, bro. The fuck did I just hear? Oh, I figured you had like 30 of them, so.
I needed a set.
I needed a set.
Oh, man.
Because, you know,
yo,
I want my
you
kids
know
to
what I'm
have gold
fucked up
spoon.
about, bro?
Let me see one of them.
No, you know what I'm fucked up about, bro? On some real shit.
Yeah.
I really thought the motherfuckers was gold. I'm sitting like,
Yeah, they are gold.
no, I'm thinking this shit 14 karat. I'm like, this nigga got
Oh,
gold
you
spoon.
talking about 14 karat?
I'm sitting here like,
No, sir.
They painted gold.
They gold though. They didn't say, here's the thing,
the
bro.
nigga got Transformers in his
Bro,
house,
but
man.
no,
It
let's-
could have
let's-
been real
Well,
gold.
Amazon ain't say.
Bro, let's be real. They didn't say who you think you are. You think you was born with a 14 karat gold spoon in your mouth? The word 14 karat, they said gold spoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, nigga, let's go get these motherfucking gold spoons.
Amazon.
Amazon.
I tell my baby, you ain't got no fucking gold spoons in the house. Hit Amazon up, you hear me? My
ain't say
grandkids
14.
was
They
born
said
with gold
gold, man.
spoons.
That's
yeah.
what Robert Leach used to be in people's house. They had gold spoons.
That's it. Or maybe they were gold, but they wasn't 14.
Or maybe they got them off Amazon.
Amazon wasn't around back
They
then.
got them at a vintage store, one of them kids, antique stores.
That's it. It's always the perception versus reality, right? So
No, because
if
it
you
is.
believe
You
they
know
were
why?
real 14 karat gold,
Everybody would have believed.
mission accomplished. I'm just real enough to tell niggas like, don't ever be so like wowed by me where I make it impossible for you to think and believe that you could actually get it. I can walk you through this whole motherfucking house. And by the time I break down everything that I actually spent on every room, y'all be like, man, ain't no fucking way I would ever think that that nigga spent that on, only spent that on that. I'm just a fly nigga and I know how to make shit look great. You see that coaster right there?
This shit heavy.
Shit's heavy, shit's nice. Home goods. Fuck you mean? Home goods.
Yo, I ain't know what the fuck he was about to say.
Home goods. Hey, table mats, home goods. Yeah.
Spoons.
Like, come on, bro.
Gold spoons.
Amazon. Okay, now.
I guarantee you I'll be drinking from some
There is a
gold spoons.
lavish experience because the old brag was how much you spent on it. The new brag is either free or you got the shit for dirt cheap.
Yep.
When you grown, you understand that talking about you spent $400,000 on a watch, you get laughed at. Shut the fuck up. Who's impressed with you spending $400,000 on a watch?
Right.
Get your goofy ass, like, I promise you, bro. Get your goofy ass out my face talking about you spent $450 on a Richard Mille watch. For what? For what? Now, here's the thing, with all due respect to people that are into art, people that are into literally like, yo, everything I've always wanted as a kid. When I became successful, I wanted to have a Rolex and a full-on watch collection. I can't get mad at the things that people are into, because some people can look at how big my house is and be like, I'll never spend a house money on that, and I would never want to live in a house that big. Like, who needs to be in a house that big? So there's always pros and cons to whatever your worldview of success may be. But there's nobody that would impress me by saying, yeah, that cost, you know, that watch right there, yeah, that's it. They only made 14 of these. That hit me for 2.2. $2.2 million on your arm. Maybe you don't understand your audience, but this audience member right here is not impressed with a nigga putting 2.2 on his arm. I don't know who the fuck you trying to impress when spending $2.2 million on a watch, but you're not sitting in the presence of anybody that's impressed with that. But if you're impressed with how I put my table set together, and what I ended up spending on it while creating the sophistication, the class, and all of the prestige, you may have spent $500,000 on your place setting. Use a dumbass. That ain't my motherfucking problem.
Right.
That you don't know how to create a fly, sophisticated experience without burning through $500,000. That's not impressive to me. That's not impressive.
Right.
They say money's the root of all evil. Money ain't never been evil coming out of my hands. They say, live by the gun, die by the gun. I own guns. I ain't never killed nobody. It's what happens when you put these things in certain people's hands is when negative things happen. I don't use my money to hurt people. I use my money to help people. If you want to spend $500,000 to create a look, that's your dumb ass. I can create that same look and get it done for very little. And that's the hood in me. And that's me saying, I done been to every 5-star hotel. I done been to royal palaces and sheikhs and mansions and Bel Air and Beverly Hills and Beverly Park. I done been to the Hamptons. I done seen the richest of the richest. And when somebody say to me, this is how much it costs, my brain goes, he's a dumb motherfucker. Yo, dumb ass spent what? You spent what? Are you fuck? You know what? I might be willing to tell y'all one story.
Go ahead.
On camera. Can I just give y'all
Yeah,
one?
you got to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just one?
Just one.
I'm gonna give y'all one story. Now everybody that come to my house, they gonna look at this after I tell this story, and they gonna be like, I watched this shit on $1 million worth of game. You really? So come here, man. Let me show y'all this. Come here real quick. Tell y'all this story, man. All right, so look at this beautiful piano. Come on, cameraman, shoot that shit, man. Make that shit look like a music video, like Hype Williams shot that shit. Close up on the keys. Look at this motherfucking piano. Oh, you see that shit. Now, this is the largest size piano, and they call this an orchestra size piano because normally a piano this big is on the stage with a full orchestra.
Okay.
They have baby grands, medium-sized grand. This is an orchestra-sized piano, which is the largest physical piano that they make, which means that this piano is very, very expensive. So the previous owners had a piano in this exact place, but they took their piano with them. So when I did the walkthrough before I bought the house, I was like, yo, I love the location of that piano. I love the size of that piano. I gotta go get a hold of the motherfucker. So I went to multiple piano shops, finally came across the largest size piano, and I was like, how much? And they was like, brand new, $65,000. And I was like, you know, the nigga that's not impressed with niggas blowing through their money. So I said, but he said, but this one is used, and it's actually on the floor on consignment. And I said, what does that mean? Well, it means that we don't own the piano, we just have the piano on our showroom floor, and if we sell it, we get a commission on it. The piano is actually owned by this woman who had her church that went out of business, and now they're just basically trying to sell through all of the equipment that the church owned. So I'm thinking, the piano is used, I'm gonna get this shit for a deal. So I got a brand new piano that would have been 60 grand, barely used, because the church went out of business. I got it for 28,000. That was the first cut. 28 is still a very big number for a cheap nigga like me, but 28,000 versus 60, I'm in. Then, as I'm looking at the piano in itself, I seen that the piano was black, but it was like a matte black and it was kind of ashy. It didn't have the high gloss paint job on it. And I said, well, if I get the piano for 28, how much would y'all charge me to paint it? Because I wanted to have the high gloss shellacker, you know, I wanted to look a certain way. I don't like the matte with the little, I don't want my shit looking ashy. I want the shit to be. So they said, if you were to get this full, massive grand piano painted, it'll cost you about $27,000, $30,000. And it has to go away for 3 full weeks. They gotta break every part of the piano down, do the whole shit, break it all down. They gotta pick it up, then they gotta ship it to Charlotte, North Carolina, 6-7 hours away. Then they gotta bring it back after it's done, and it's gonna cost you about that. I said, ain't no fucking way. So this is what I did. I said, let me think for a second. What exactly is the process of shaving down a fucking piano, sandpapering the bitch down, painting it with multiple coats, and giving me the look that I'm after? That shit sound like what they do at a car shop.
Nigga took this shit.
The car
You took
shop
this
did
to a
this.
body shop.
I took this motherfucker to a body shop, nigga. My shit was done in 4 days.
He took this shit to Ricky's Auto, bro.
And it cost me $3,500.
Damn.
And I wish a nigga would come in my motherfucking house and tell me that this ain't a high gloss piano, orchestra size,
That's
that I
crazy.
saved money on it, and they had this motherfucker inside of a body shop where they do insurance, they fix dents and car. They shaved my shit down, gave me multiple coats, sprayed him down, put the high gloss on them, did everything they would have did in Charlotte for almost 30 grand, did it in 4 days, and had my piano inside the oven. You know when they paint the car one coat, they put it in the oven, got the shit warming up, take it out, put another coat on it. They sent me pictures and videos of my shit every step of the way.
like a car.
They had my motherfucking piano inside the oven drying like a fucking car. And then they delivered this motherfucker 4 days later. Who can be mad at me, man?
Shout out to Ricky's Auto, man.
Yes, sir! So when you see
He
your
a bad
piano,
motherfucker, man.
just understand, this is a real motherfucker. fucking piano.
That's crazy.
And just know when y'all was getting the rims on y'all shit and y'all seen that piano sitting in there, nigga, that was Tyrese shit.
That's crazy.
At Ricky's.
Nigga, they get 4 Giados on the shit. Like, they got
You paid more for your rims than I paid
They
for a
taped this whole
full-page
shit up
job.
and sprayed it.
They
with the mask.
They put the taper on it.
They good tape.
And they made me sign paperwork that says that, yo, if anything happens, if any damage is done to this piano, you got to sign paperwork, release of liability. I said, give me the goddamn paperwork. I signed that shit. Let me show you how good this motherfucker sounds.
Go ahead. Play a tune, man. You want to throw a tune down? Let me throw a tune down. Keep playing. It was like yesterday when I saw you. I was thinking about you and I put this song together for you because it was like, I miss you, baby. I want to be back with you. I just want my family back. When you was cheating with Michael, I had to go to the emergency room. My heart almost stopped. I stopped breathing. So this is the song I wrote to you. Let the tune go. Baby, I wish you was back in my life. I cannot breathe. Sometimes I want to die and cry. Baby, stop dealing with my...
You hating on a nigga. See, you come out. You hating on a nigga in your soul. Stop hanging with Mike.
Nigga moved in on your work.
Nigga moved in.
Stop fucking with Mike. He can't go all night. At first you had it right.
You see how the nigga start hating on Mike from the cake?
The old songs was.
That nigga said baby fancy shit. Baby, stop fucking with Mike.
But listen, that's how it was back in the day.
You had it right.
That nigga hating on Mike.
I can go
man.
all night.
This shit crazy, man.
Crazy. You silly as shit.
Hey, man.
I see that motherfucker.
Shout out to Ricky Autos, man.
Shout out.
Ricky Autos came through, sprayed this joint.
Yeah, all of it. We're gonna go into all of that. As soon as these cameras turn off, we're gonna walk through the. I'm gonna go. This is it. I got a responsibility, bro. I got a responsibility. Okay? My responsibility is to put all my real ones watching. Now, here's the thing. What's the name of y'all show?
$1 million worth of game. That's what you're giving out.
What's the name of y'all show?
$1 million worth of game.
If the name of the show is $1 million worth of game, and we up in a crib that cost me $4 million, and when I got the keys, it appraised at 6.2. I'm putting y'all up on $1 million worth of game. So turn around, look. Wow, look in amazement. Let me move this chair out the way. This blows in my office. Look at, oh, come this way. Look at the staircase.
Look at that.
Look at this. Wow. Look at the marble flooring. Wow. All of this came with the house. So I knew that as I was walking through this house and I'm looking at all of the crown molding and the details of everything that came with the house. Look at the chandeliers. Look at the crown molding at the top. Nothing about the nuts and bolts of this house was cheap or inexpensively done. But they spent all the money. I had to spend what I had to spend to get the keys. But there would have been no way, with me being as cheap as I am or as frugal as I am, there'd have been no way that I would have put that much money into the cost per square foot that they put into it, the previous owners. So I knew that as long as I was able to walk around the house and fall in love with the nuts and bolts of the overall house, everything about me decorating it, I can do that in my sleep. But they would have been, if they said to me, yo man, they spent $600 a square foot to have this marble in the foyer, I'd have said $600 a square foot? Who the fuck doing that? Amazon. I'm just fucking with you. Come on, man. Let me show y'all this. Come on up here. This is gonna be the last thing I'm showing the camera guys, and then we got to turn the cameras off so I can put y'all up on some more games.
This floor, did Ricky's do the floor too? Because it looked like
No, he did all that.
You got Teddy up there. I see Teddy.
It's all came with the house. We got Philadelphia.
Let it go.
You got
Teddy
Bob
P,
right there.
Bob.
Bob Marley.
Now, because y'all bless me,
Yes.
y'all bless me with $1 million worth of game. Everybody in Philly, everybody in South Central LA, Inglewood, Long Beach, wherever you from, if you insecure and fragile and you threatened and intimidated by success that other people have worked their asses off to get, then everything about you watching this gonna be like, that nigga showing off. I'm not showing off. I'm trying to show you what's possible.
I'm glad
See?
you're showing me.
Trying to show you what's possible. And you're never too big to be inspired. What other people have when it comes to their success or certain materialistic possessions, they're not doing all of this to make you lose sleep and have you to be insecure. They just want to show you what's possible. And I got to give all of my glory to God. But second, I got to give it to Robin Leach.
And I'm just gonna say I'm inspired. The nigga got a transformer, man, as soon as you walk in the house, man.
All right, so look, man, this is gonna be the last room that I show y'all, all right? North Philly. What I'm about to show y'all is to inspire you. Now, right now, where we're standing, right?
Yeah.
Right now, we're in the year 2025. Now, when this door opens, we're about to travel through a time portal into the year 1968.
Hold on, let me see this shit. You go there first, nigga.
Yeah, all right. If I get hit in the head.
Yeah, look at the ceiling.
Hold up.
Yeah. We're in the year 1968.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You got Miles up there, Quincy, Tina, Ray,
Teddy,
DeBarge,
Luther.
Marvin. You got everybody on there.
1968.
Michael, Bob, Prince,
So what I wanted to do,
Diana.
Nina,
what I wanted to do was I wanted to create
Luther.
a whole mural of legends. And that way, when you step into this room, everything for me was, if you can't feel the presence and the energy of inspiration, I don't think you have an IV. I don't think you have a pulse. I don't think you have a heartbeat. If you can't come up in here and feel it.
Who did this?
Huh? I did all of this, bro. This is all in my mind. This is all my creativity.
You got some legends up there. Al Green, Erica. Damn.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. After I did $1 million worth of game, I went to number one. Beautiful Pain.
You see that?
This is what happens.
Congratulations, man.
That's your stage and your platform. It's your audience. These are your viewers.
Beautiful
It's your
Pain,
subscribers.
Beautiful Pain.
Beautiful Pain, available on all streaming platforms. And for all of y'all that went on my website, Tyrese.tv, we sold out of vinyls, double vinyls, when I went and did $1 million worth of game. So imagine me having the number one song dedicated to my mother, rest in peace, called Wildflower. And I'm over here in this studio. I recorded Wildflower. In this studio is where I did my entire Beautiful Pain album. But nobody would know about my album if I didn't have the honor of using y'all's stages and platforms. From the Breakfast Club, $1 million worth of game, Joe Buttons. I made my rounds, did all this press and media, and finally people knew that I was about to release an album. But I'm over here stressed the fuck out. I'm feeling all this pressure, like I don't have no label, I'm independent.
How much money you put into it?
Truth?
Truth.
At least 1.2. Out of pocket.
Independent.
Independent. I had to pay for every vinyl to be made. I had to design all the artwork. I had to mix and master a full live album. There's nothing programmed. 20 songs that became 17 because we ran out of space on the vinyl and we couldn't even put 20 songs on the vinyl. So we had to bring it down to 17. Apple Music said it's a masterpiece. Lenny Kravitz says that Beautiful Pain has the vulnerabilities of Songs in the Key of Life.
That's major.
Stevie Wonder, and Marvin Gaye's divorce album called Here, My Dear. And Lenny Kravitz was featured on one of the songs on my album. So to have my album to reach that level of success while I'm over here stressed out, I'm going through an unexpected divorce. I woke up I got married in this house. We conceived in this house. And after the baby was born, we brought the baby home 3 days later. So then to wake up one day and have my entire world to just go up in smoke. And then I ended up doing the album, singing a bunch of songs, expressing a bunch of vulnerabilities and sentiments about somebody that should still be downstairs. Imagine that. Fast forward, I'm now singing a bunch of songs and releasing an album with some topics that I never thought I would ever be singing about, including losing my mom. When the idea to do Wildflower first hit me, it was years ago. My mama was still alive and the song was never dedicated to her. Fast forward, I'm in the vocal booth singing to then realize my mama was my wildflower. Y'all are standing in the room. Now, if there was a such thing as like a CSI TV show, and they sprayed the floor, shh, 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 you'll see all of my tears. You'll see all of my emotions and vulnerabilities
in this room.
This is the birthplace of Beautiful Pain. This is where, I mean, my engineers, AKA therapist, I don't even know how they had the patience. Shout out to Richard Furch and Jaime. I don't know where they got the patience to let sometimes 4 days go by without me being able to step foot back in the vocal booth to finish what I started. The Wildflower song took me 12 days. You sing, right? Yeah, I sing. You can hold a note, right? Yeah, I can hold a note. But have you ever had to sing a song about your mama passing away that's dedicated to her? You have any idea how hard a song like that would be to start and finish? When you're singing and you're talented, you can hold a note. But the problem with today's music is that people are not releasing songs from a real place because they can hold a note, put some auto-tune on it, and you don't feel it. So a lot of dudes out here also don't know anything about good sex. Damn. Know nothing about it. You ain't never had no good vagina.
Yo, that was a curveball like a motherfucker.
You ain't never had no good vagina because when you get in the vocal booth to sing about it, you're not feeling none of it. You don't know nothing about nothing. That there's a science to having your true life experiences to translate through that microphone. This right here, let me explain something to y'all. Everybody got recording studios at home, but I'm gonna fuck y'all up right now. Hear me out. This microphone, this is literally the gateway to the world. The gateway to people's vulnerabilities. People have decided I was gonna kill myself. But that song, that gospel song, that R&B song, that inspirational song stopped me from making the decision that I was going to make. I was going to break up with my girl until I heard that song. I was going to file for divorce until I heard that song. My grandmother died, who I loved, who raised me. I couldn't even imagine how I could get through life without my grandmother, but that song healed me and helped me to get through. So while y'all up in there, I'm a bitch, shut the fuck up. Stop playing with music if you're not gonna take this shit more serious. Emotional access is what you have been given, and you ain't doing nothing with it. Do you understand that people are letting you into their earbuds? They're sitting in traffic, houses in foreclosure, out of a job, single father, single mother, don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, and a song comes on the radio, and if you put your soul into it, somebody is sitting in traffic making decisions that they would have never made if your song didn't show up and help them to get through. So as much as I love this studio, I'm never in it because I take what I do very serious. You don't be playing with people's emotions. You don't play with emotional access. So it doesn't matter if you singing about sex, a bedroom, you singing about a heartbreak, you singing about love, you singing about happiness. Stop playing with music. Respect the sanctuary of the access that people are giving you to their mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual well-being. People are out here going through hell. And it takes one song to become the soundtrack to the decision to live. Niggas locked up in jail right now, and they're listening to something every day that's keeping them encouraged when nothing about anything about the environment is inspiring or encouraging. So if you rapping, storytell. If you singing, sing from a real place. Nobody on this wall just got plastered up here. They earned every slot. That's Teddy Pendergrass right there. That's Luther Vandross. That's El DeBarge. That's Mary J. Blige. That's Marvin Gaye right here eating chicken. That's Snoop Dogg and Dre. That's Tina Turner. That's Stevie Wonder. That's Donny Hathaway. That's Jimi Hendrix. That's Anita Baker. That's Kim Burrell. That's Nina Simone. That's Ray Charles. That's Prince. That's Shaka Khan. Michael Jackson. Stevie Wonder. James Brown. Everybody. Lauryn Hill. Everybody on the wall earned a slot. And me as a consumer of music, and I understand the gateway of your heart and how your energy and what you sing about is transferable and it gets on people. Stop playing with music. Go sit your goofy ass down. If you're gonna keep playing, take this shit serious. Leave the game alone. If you're gonna be out here just fucking around, go sit your goofy ass down. Stop playing with hip hop. Stop playing with R&B. Stop playing with this shit called music. If you're gonna be out here fucking around, trying to go viral, doing this shit for TikTok with your little goofy ass little dance, go sit your ass down. Take this shit serious. Nobody wants microwave success. What is a microwave? Listen to my words. Microphone. Microwave. Microwave success is never fulfilling. It's only when you put that motherfucker in that refrigerator, you let it marinate in all the seasonings, pulled it out the next day, put it in the oven, put it on a certain temperature. It's a slow bake. When you sit down and eat that meal, it's like grandmama's Thanksgiving. Nothing about it is quick, temporary, microwave. Nothing about a quick anything that's fulfilling or long lasting. Everybody up on this wall, hear me out. From just mentioning their name alone, you start thinking of songs on a playlist. That would never happen if their approach to getting their songs and their music done was done in a microwave.
We're going to leave it at there. This is another episode of $1 Million Worth of Game, as you can see. This is what happened.
Beautiful pain, baby.
See this?
Congratulations, man.
Keep rolling, keep rolling. I'm gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna go get the vinyl.
Okay,
keep rolling.
congratulations,
I'm gonna pick up an edit. Keep talking.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? It's #1, man. You know, and I'm gonna keep it all the way real. When we got into doing the podcast and we started doing interviews, that's what it was about. It was about elevating the people that was around us. You feel what I'm saying? And whatever they was doing, whatever they was selling, whatever they was trying to get out there. You feel me? Like, one person I always want to shout out for being a real one is Cameron. He came on our podcast. He sold so much horsepower. We called us up, told him, man, can I give you niggas a check? Man, we was like, no. But that's what it's about. It's about people coming on our platform and being able to elevate and push whatever they got going on. And however we can help you, that's what we trying to do. So when we see Tyrese go to #1 on Beautiful Pain, it's a beautiful thing.
This is for y'all, man.
Oh, yes.
So
This a real out.
I did this independent, y'all.
This thing the real deal. Look.
I did this independent.
This is a throwback. This how it used to be back in the day. The notes and
I did this independent,
this cost some money.
man.
This cost some money to
some
produce.
real money.
How many vinyls you produce? Damn, you got the real sleeve with all that shit. All the credits and everything.
Details. Look at close up. The details.
Where they can go and get this?
Was it sold out?
Tyrese.tv.
Okay, Tyrese.tv. Put that on the screen.
Tyrese.tv.
Make it go back to #1.
Wow.
We got to do that.
Make it go back to #1.
Go and buy them vinyls. Tyrese.tv. You're going to see it on the screen. Let's turn it up.
Beautiful Pain. Before we get out of here, man, I want to say rest in peace to Mama.
This thing.
I want to see rest in peace to Cheese. Let's take this back to #1.
Wow.
Sturdy as true. These Jones cost.
Yeah, and it's a double vinyl.
Two
You
vinyls.
got one.
You got one over here.
You got one over here.
Collector's edition.
That's going in
Yeah.
the case at the studio house.
This is for y'all, fellas.
Thank
Y'all
you,
help
man.
me. Y'all help me. Y'all
Appreciate
bless
you,
me.
brother.
Yes, sir, brother.
Appreciate you, Black man.
Appreciate you, man.
For real. And I just want to say, man, I'm glad you invited us over,
this.
man. This was truly inspiring, bro. It was inspirational, man, to just see that. Like, 'cause, you know, I ain't gonna fake it. I live pretty good, but when I come over here, it's like, it's levels to this shit. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
sir.
And it's like, it's beautiful to know that, man, there's motherfuckers out here that's really doing that shit on a, like, that fucking Transformer is some of the most impressive shit I've ever seen in my life. Going to niggas' house, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Thank
So
you, man.
we wish you nothing but continued success. Keep killing the man and just keep being the great person and genius that you are, man. Because I always say, anybody that could come up out of the conditions that we come out of, we the real MVPs.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, shit.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely. And we praise God for his covering,
Absolutely.
because as much as we could think of ways to protect ourselves or connect ourselves and people that help us protect us, at the end of the day, we've seen presidents get assassinated with the most high-level security detail in the world. So the fact that we are still here, the fact that we are still waking up to have opportunities to fall on us, use us, don't hate. That's obvious. Use us as a gateway to show you what's possible. Us. When you wake up every single day in this black skin, you're literally way behind the 8 ball with death and murder and every possible imaginable challenge. You're just automatically up against it. So why would anybody lose so much sleep and be jealous and envious when everything about what I have and what we have has came from us starting way at the back of the line and just asking that God give us the strength, give us the wherewithal, give us the instincts, the intuition to forge ahead and become something and be an example that anything is possible.
We signing off this $1 million worth of game. Tyrese.
Beautiful page.
Beautiful
Take
page.
it to #1, baby. Back to #1.
Tyrese.tv.
Tyrese.tv.
Go get the vinyl. We out of here and it's just like that.
That's crazy, dog. I didn't even know it hit #1. That's what's up, man.